It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hello my friends, Fox here, FXRC. I have my latest build, a truck I think that needs no introduction, but I guess I will give it one anyway. It's the Axial Capra. This truck's been on my list for a little while, slowly creeping its way up to the top of the list. It finally made it. Super excited to finally get this one. Definitely an amazing looking little truck, and really a very special truck. Axel really knocked it out of the park. I mean, I really do think so on this little truck. This one here started its life out in kit form. So I bought the kit, and obviously it doesn't come with electronics or tires, and everything else besides that is in paint, you know, but besides that everything else is there. And what I did is in the place of the stock parts, I then just went through the kit, and instead of using the stock parts, just used the aftermarket parts that I have chosen. So this is just the things that I've chosen for my Capra. There is an abundance of aftermarket parts for this truck, which is great. I love seeing that. I love that about. It's one of my favorite things about some of the RCs, are the ones that have that really strong aftermarket. Is just, they're some of the best ones. So anyway, I'm calling this the Treal Goat. Capra means goat. I say Treal because it is probably the majority of aftermarket parts is Treal. Treal is a company that I've used a few times for, you know, some things here and there, some brass. There's a few things I've used Treal before, and it's always been pretty good. I've never used it to quite this extent on one truck. But I was actually really impressed with the parts. They were all very nice. So I will, I mean, just look at that. Look at that little truck. Beautiful. I don't have it screwed down in some places on the panels here, but that's because I'm about to take it apart. Just so you guys can get in real closer look without the panels. It's a lot easier. So, all right, with the panels off, can really see a little bit better what's going on here. And we could probably start out with the heart of this beautiful little truck. I went with the Mamba X ESC. Pan in here, you can see it. This is a very good ESC. I've used it many times. You kind of, one of those situations where it's kind of just tried and true, and you stick with what's good and what works, and this is good and this works. So I paired that with a Holmes Hobby Polar Pro 540. This is the V2, and it is 2700 kV. I know the transmission runs a little fast on these Capras. I also have a 2200 kV if this one proves to be a little too much, but we will see. Still, Holmes Hobbies are just absolutely amazing motors. Absolutely amazing. And for servo, I have a Reefs 555. Absolute powerhouse of a servo. Should be more than enough for this truck. And sticking with the Reefs theme, I have the Reefs 99 Micro. Look at that little amazing servo. Look at just stunning. There is some slight modification you got to do to get this servo. You just use the servo horn that comes with the Reese 99. You just no longer can use the kit servo saver. And there's some videos on how to do it. It's super easy. Oh, moving on. That's about it for electronics. I have this on my Futaba 4PM, and I'm running on this is my receiver. This is the antennaless. I do have it in the box. I'm hoping that being antennaless shouldn't have any problems being in that box, but we will see. It's a 4-channel receiver. You're definitely going to need a 4 probably with the dig and the lights. That's all the channels right there. So it does come with a light. Let's pan back out here. And then you see this beautiful, shiny aluminum transfer case by Treal. Very nice. It's always nice, I guess, bolting that motor into metal. It's unnecessary, I guess, for performance and stuff. It doesn't really help you. It's just kind of a nice thing. So on this Treal transmission, actually, it does have 2 holes for the idle gear that goes against the spur gear, so you can actually move it up and down to get a smaller pinion in, which is kind of nice that it does that. And these Treal parts are they definitely really nice. They well thought out. I have that bolted to a Treal belly skid plate here. It's very nice. These Capra skid plates are so smooth, you know. And like I said, having aluminum is, the composite one's going to slide much nicer. It's lighter. There's not a lot really benefit to having, the strength maybe of the aluminum, but there's really not. It's just the whole niceness. But the screws that actually go in and hold your lower links here, there's those set screws that go all the way in. Instead of using Loctite, Treal has these 4 screw holes that you screw in from the other side, and it actually makes it so that screw can't go anywhere. It's kind of nice they thought that out. So, keeping with the Treal theme, I have these beautiful solid aluminum Treal axles. Look at that stunning axle. These Capra axles, or these F9 Curry axles, are in general, just the stock ones alone, is just such a nice design and just very clean, very nice looking axle. Look at how much clearance is there. It's just insane. It's all aluminum. So on these rear ones too, they do actually give you extra mounting positions for your upper links as well as your shocks. You can change the mounting position of the shocks up higher. And then I have the Treal solid aluminum axles in the front. You can't quite see them there with the. There it is. Those beautiful axles. Just very nice, very clean portal axles. On the inside, I have a set of these beautiful SSD knuckles, as well as the outer portal cover are all SSD and the brass. Very nice. And then on the rear, I have the Treal. The Treal were a heavier outer portal cover. So I put them on the back just to get that whole 60-40 kind of thing. I didn't want to put too much weight in the back and not enough, too much weight in the front and not enough in the back kind of thing. So I did end up keeping the stock shocks. I pen spring mod them, so it did kind of drop them down maybe about 5 millimeters, I guess, give or take, probably maybe not quite 5 millimeters, something like that. And they seem pretty nice. They went together really nice. They're very smooth, and they seem to be holding oil fine. I green slimed them. I took my time putting them together, and just one of them I did end up seeing was leaking a little bit, but I think I put the cap on too tight, and the seal fell back into the shock itself, and it was leaking. So I redid it, green slimed it, and it seems to be doing fine now. So what else? I have this beautiful Incision drive shafts. I could not find drive shafts really that were specifically meant for the Axial Capra. These ones are meant for the Axial SEX10 and the SEX10-2. They might be a little bit too long, but they don't bind up at all. They're very, very smooth, very nice. I love these incision axles, so and they seem to be fine. I mean, they could be, like I said, a little bit shorter, but they don't bind at all, and they work out just fine. So that'll be good. I have these SSD aluminum beadlock rims. This is the second time I've gotten these now, and they're very nice quality rim. They go together very nice, and they have these little scale bolts going all the way around, and they give you a little bag of like 5 or 6 extra ones in case you do lose them. I'm not sure what the actual bolt size is. I don't think I have anything to fit that. If anybody knows, let me know. I would be very curious. Let's see. And then I have it on those beadlock, a set of these Pitbull Growler. These are the first set of Pitbulls I've tried. They seem to look like they're really, really nice. I want to say they're not as sticky and soft as like the Predator, the Proline Predator compound, but I want to say maybe like the G8 compound kinda. So, and supposedly these get better as they break in, so we'll see. They do come with a dual stage foam, but honestly I think both stages are pretty soft. This truck's kind of getting kind of heavy, so I think, and I haven't even vented these yet, and they're already a lot of sag in those tires, so I might have to get a stronger foam from probably Crawler Innovation. Let's see what else. That might be about it. As far as battery, I have some small batteries that 1500 milliamp batteries that fit in here quite easy. But as far as like the biggest batteries I could get in here to get some good runtime is, I got this 4200 Power Hobby that just barely fits in there, and it should give me some pretty good runtime. So and it's Power Hobby, so it should be a good battery. What else? I think that is about it. So anyway, I'm calling this one the Treal Goat, because Treal being 50% true, 50% real, and Capra meaning goat. I thought Treal Goat was fitting. I think, like I said, I mean, I might end up getting different shocks, but for the most part, she's pretty good and ready. I didn't go with the inner, the little people plastic Lexan people on the inside, the interior there. I do have this little kind of, it's aluminum, but it's super lightweight metal. It's barely, I don't know how much it weighs, but it's barely anything. It just kind of goes in there and covers it all up, and it's really nice. I have one on my Wraith, and I absolutely love it. And that is about it, I think. Anyway, I do have overdrive in the front. I got some Incision portal gear, overdrive portal gears for the front. Get a little overdrive on her. I'm sure I'm probably missing something, but for the most part, I think that is about it. I definitely cannot wait to get this thing out in the rocks. I don't know, like I said, I might end up getting, if these shocks don't seem to hold oil, I'm not going to mess around with that, and I'll probably just end up getting different shocks. I always have really bad luck with axle shocks, I think, and they always end up just kind of not holding oil very well. So we'll see how these ones do. They seem to be okay, but we'll find out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I definitely super appreciate it. Every single one of you guys taking a minute and just coming and checking this thing out. This awesome little truck. I cannot wait to get it out on the rocks. So thank you again so much for watching. Fox, FX, RC. Bye. We did the whole parts number. So those are the tires. Look at that is the SSD brass. The wheels, the beadlock wheels, brass knuckles, SSD, some more brass, and we got the Treal parts. Rear axle, front axle. There's the center skid plate, aluminum, absolutely beautiful. There you go. There's those rear brass on the back, and we have the overdrive gear set. I thought that was, oh, these are the incision, as well as the drive shaft. Now these are the drive shafts. They're actually for the SCX10 and the SCX10-2. They seem to fit on this just fine. They might be slightly big, but not that bad. Oh, I do have a Vanquish 20mm servo horn on there. There's the part number for that, as well as the servo mount. Oh yes, I do have an aluminum Vanquish servo mount also.